Guys, welcome back to a new video of Dania. I am continuing from last video where you saw me make the right skin and this station here. And I told you guys that I wasn't really feeling the station so much at the point when I finished it last video. So I did some stuff on it here. As you can see, I made a little higher elevation on it and tried to make it look prettier and more, I don't know, generic or natural in that way. So I just went with that and took a little bit of ideas from above end as well. Yeah, and just mixed it up a little bit with the surroundings. So this is pretty much how we start the video, but there's a lot more I'm gonna do in this video, guys. I'm gonna detail the coaster quite a lot actually. I'm actually almost finishing it up, but there's still a few things that I need to do, and I think I might do one video more of this area. I will tell more later of what the areas are that I'm gonna finish here, and then maybe take a little bit of a break on Dania, not building wise but more video wise, because I still have the dog ride that I need to finish here as well in this area. And before I can say that this area is 100% done, I need to finish that area. And I don't think I wanna have any frame drops at that point, so I think I'm just gonna do that without recording. You saw a little bit of it. You saw me make the station and the intro scene to the dog ride. So I don't know. I don't think I will record, so don't expect any dog ride videos. But who knows? Maybe if I get a very nice idea, I might say this might be worth showing. But anyways, I also told you guys that I was gonna have this little overhang here over the queue, and I just felt like that it was something missing here at this queue here, so I went with a little of a trellis here again as well, and just put a little bit of foliage on it, not too much, just a little bit, just to spice the area up a little bit, because I really felt like it needed that extra touch to look more natural and get a good atmosphere, you know. So I'm just doing that here, and I can say that the thing I'm not doing in this video is mainly the dog ride section with the very nice looking derby dogs. I don't know if I will make a video of that. I'll probably give you guys the POV of the coaster when it's done, then you can see it, but I don't think I will do more stuff inside that. That's just gonna be a little bit of a teaser, so you guys have to wait for that to see how the end result is on that when you see the POV. But yeah, I'm also doing some more stuff to the pathing here. I'm trying to make the pathing look nice, and also make it a little bit more generic, you know, with more rocks and all that stuff. So there's also something I'm doing in this video. I'm just kind of finishing up. I'm trying to finish off this area as good as I can. And one thing I can say is that I took an overlook or an overview of Dania the other day. Was sitting and just browsing the park and which things that are needed and what I can skip, maybe jump the fence a little bit there. But I think I'm about 75% done with Dania now. I would say the 20% is possibly the Viking area, and then we still have some small parts in Legoland, and then of course the final touches here and there. But in the long haul, I can say now that this is not gonna take forever to finish this part. I can see end of the tunnel now, which I have been struggling with for a while, because of the frame rate drop I had at some point, or we all had, and just the game being buggy, and it kind of went out at the point that I really just lost. I lost a lot of faith in this park, but a little bit stubbornness can get you far. So yeah, that is what basically got me to this here. And I'm actually quite satisfied on how these areas turn out, especially also the botanical garden, but also this. My struggle with it was kind of to make it look natural in that way that we have like the ice castle for the Snow Queen, right, on the right side, so it's kind of white and icy. And then here in the middle and left, we got all these uh, colorful and lushy vibe going on. So it was kind of it was a little bit difficult to find a middle way between them both. But I think I did all right, getting a vibe of it pretty good. Yeah. Here I got an idea, guys. I think I'm gonna do this in for every ride here in the area. It's good. There's not a lot of rides here, but I thought it would be cool to have a book as the sign for the rides. So of course I'm gonna call this the Tinder Box, and then right underneath it by Hans Christian Andersen. I thought that was a quite neat idea, so I thought if I did this here, I could possibly do that as well on the Snow Queen ride. And that book just gives like it gives such a nice vibe and touch, and kind of gives that fantasy feeling, which is a little bit difficult to see as you first step in. But there are some cinematics here at the end where you guys can see that it really does have a fantasy vibe the more we go into the build here. Here I have a little bit of a plan. You'll see at the end of this little bridge path I'm doing here, there's gonna be a blank spot. And that spot I'm basically gonna have a fantasy shop there. I was hoping I could make some sort of a corner shop, a fantasy corner shop with a little bit of elevations and some different types of builds and all, a little bit crooked maybe too. Just have it here to kind of like end this path here, because when they come over to this part, it's basically just gonna be a eating area. And I'm also making a castle, and it's one of my first castles I've made in this game, and it's not very. I didn't go full crazy on it though, but you guys will see, and there will course I will of course add tons of more stuff to the castle itself. But anyways, we will get back to that part. But yeah, my first thing to here was kind of to make this looks kind of organic and kind of fit well with each other. So I kind of used these fences we got in the World's Fair DLC. They really makes a nice vibe, and also it kind of goes together with fantasy and like the snowy vibe there's on the right side here. So it goes well on both sides of the pathing. And I said that I would like to have this little bit overlook down to the kiddie coaster here, so you kind of can stand up on here and kind of wave to the children or just take pictures or whatever that parents usually do when their kids are riding these kiddie coasters. But I just thought it was a nice it made it look super cool and super inviting. Yeah, I really just like how this entire place just end up looking. I was very happy about it. And here I'm just making a little bit of custom light poles, nothing fancy. But I just thought that this kind of, what is it called? Is it the cobblestone, fantasy cobblestone or something? I don't know. Something like that is called. Here I was stalking a little bit, but I wanted something to stand here, but I tried a little bit of everything, but it just didn't work out for me, so it is what it is. Sometimes I use a little bit of time on stuff that usually not become anything, because you just try, and add different pieces to different stuff you build here. So yeah, here I'm trying to make this mix in and go well together, kind of enclosure this path here. And I gotta say, when all this comes together and I fill up this little triangle here, you see too, with some rocks too, and all that stuff, it's gonna look super nice. I don't know if this is something you will see in a realistic park though, like area-wise or theming-wise. Maybe, I mean, sort of. But I mean, there are some places in this park that are like so far away from being realistic, and then there's maybe a few places that are realistic. So it's kind of mix and match this park. When I started it, my intention was not to build it realistic, but the more I went into the park, and more park I visited last year, it grew on me that to have some sort of realistic elements into this park. So that's why I say it's a little bit of mix and match, and the layout is not that good either. It could possibly have been better, but it is what it is now. And when all this stuff comes together, it does look nice. It's not that at all. I just made a mistake. I didn't make the path first, which sometimes is a good way of doing when you make a park. So it's kind of a little bit up, right, down, left, you know. But it is what it is. You can still find your way around here. Oh yeah, but that was just a little bit of a park layout talk there. Here I'm also doing what I did from the exit of the kiddie coaster. I think this is something I'm gonna have a little bit of a few more places here in the fantasy park, and just puts a little bit of shrubs in there, and because it really gives a nice feeling. It gives a nice fantasy vibe, and a little bit of a medieval vibe too. So I'm gonna put this a few places. You only see me do it here though, since that it was only me trying out to see how it would look having it like this. And I did try go a little bit overboard and just try a quick duplicate it, see how it looks, but it just looks a little bit off if I just put it everywhere on this path. So I guess a few places is okay with this. And I'm really happy how it all turned out, especially this little path and this little way. You go up to this little bridge here and over to what we're gonna have as shops. And I'm also making the castle, as I told, here in the back, so the people that are here can actually watch the coaster come by and watch a little castle here in the Hans Christian Andersen area. Because I thought it needed it a little bit, but yeah, I will come back to that and talk a little bit more of it. But for now, guys, I think that I'm gonna give you guys some music, and then I will return and talk a little bit more. Because here I'm just doing a little bit of a tower for the coaster where the drop is, and just doing a lot more detailing. And I will of course get back to you guys after the song and talk a little bit more. So enjoy, guys. Hey guys, welcome back. Um, Hope you enjoyed the song. And as you can see, I did a little bit of stuff here. In the story Tinderbox, the story ends up with the soldier is of course happy, united with the princess, and have the dogs for a feast. So instead of making this sort of main kingdom hall, because there's no room for that. To be honest, I don't really feel like doing it. So I feel like just instead try make this sort of little plaza place, you know, like a little foreground in front of the castle and a little bit of a marketplace. Just stuff going on there, and then the others, the little village we made in the previous episode could basically just be the village you have before you enter like the big kingdom ish. So I thought that I would make this area sort of dedicated to that last scene, but of course I will not put the dogs there because that would just totally ruin the entire scene. So I guess we're just gonna place a lot of animatronics there, the soldier and the princess, and then just see if we can some sort of way make some sort of a feast. Feels like there's a feast going on. You will see me add tons of stuff here. But first I felt like that before I could do that I kinda needed to enclosure the lift. So I did a little bit of something to the left here, as you can see. I thought that I needed something to closure it in to make it look more generic as I did with the other stuff. And I feel like that this kind of looks good on the left. Of course, the pink color the coaster have right now is the default one. I think I don't remember changing the color, but it of course I would switch that to a darker color, so it's not so randomly weird with that color scheme. So no worries about that. It will be later on in the video, guys. I don't think I recorded it because it was just me like just doing stuff between the recordings. So but I really like how this little thing here turns out, where the coaster kind of goes down and then it comes up again before it hits the station. And I really think that even though this is only a kiddie coaster, it's a pretty it's an okay kiddie coaster. I mean, it's quite fast than usual kiddie coasters, I would say. I mean, I've been on a few that is decent. So the layout is a little bit weird though, but who cares? I think that after I've did all this stuff, guys, I'm gonna do as I said, make that sort of corner fantasy shop probably in the next episode. And I'm gonna try make a little farm field where the coaster passes by, and then just add the last detailing. And of course the dark ride section where you go inside the little generic building I made, where you have to see all the dogs and the gold. I will have all that done stuff for next video. And then after that, hopefully I can, as I said, take a little break on it and go do some stuff in the park without recording, and then just have some of the other projects, Black Mire or Above End, going instead for a few weeks or something. This is only something I've thought about. But yeah, as you guys can see here, I'm just trying to add a little bit of few details. The end result of this is not going to be the end result. I'll probably end up adding a little bit of stuff. But for now, I kind of felt like this was okay for you guys to watch and be presentable enough to make a little video of. After I made all this stuff here on the tower and made the lift, I felt like actually the castle idea popped up into my head. It was actually nothing I planned out. I was just thinking about the story, how I could theme the coaster through the storyline-ish. And of course, since it's not a narrative ride, and it's going pretty fast some places, so some of the scenery you don't see as much. So I had to like prioritize what I could do and such. And since this is gonna be the back side of the park, this is probably gonna be the edge of it on this side. So I'll probably just cover the rest of this back of the track here with trees and all, and you also see that in the cinematics. But yeah, guys, this is basically just me trying to build a castle. As I said, I didn't go fully crazy since I didn't see the reason to do that. I know for a fact that one day I will try and make a castle, a really nice looking castle. But for now, this is just gonna be this little small castle that fits the surroundings, and I don't want the castle to be like some sort of a unique thing in this area, because we already have the centerpiece in our park, and also we got the big botanical garden. So, but of course, a little bit high peak in every section doesn't it's okay, but yeah, it's not gonna be something huge, guys, just so you don't expect it. But yeah, after I made the boxy building there, I thought right away that, oh my god, this is gonna be horrible. I had no idea which way to start, so I just felt like, okay, maybe if I just try put some circle shapes in and put some roofs on, trying to make it all mix and match and see where it take me. And it went okay. I mean, the castle will also be a little bit more decorated the further in we go into this little area here. But for now, it's okay. I think it's presentable enough to get seen, anyways. So, but for now, guys, I will let you have some more music you can listen to while you watch, and I will get back to you guys again after that. So, see you in a bit, guys. Enjoy. Welcome back, guys. As you have seen, I've done a lot of stuff while you guys were listening to some music. I did a little bit more, few things to the castle. I'll probably add a little bit more stuff to it though, because right now I'm not feeling it entirely. I feel like it's too boxy right now, and I feel like I want to put a little bit more stuff to it. Even though it's kind of small, I still think I can add some more shape and stuff to it, so it doesn't look that boxy, as I said. So I'm trying a little bit stuff off camera, which you guys will see when you see the cinematics. There have been some stuff done that you guys didn't see, and also it kept me from keeping the episode 40 minutes long. It's been taking a little bit over. It's been a little bit too much lately. So anyways, I'm just adding stuff here, guys, some detailing. I'm not going super crazy at the moment, because right now I just wanted it to have like the image and give you guys also like the illusion and idea of what it was I was gonna do. And I did this where I made that fake path as I've done before, and put some benches up and just delete the path again, so it looks like or so the benches actually can be there. And I'll probably, as I said, add a little bit of stuff floating around, and right now you see me add some bunting, but for now it's very, very minimum detailing I give this. It's like I'll probably add some animatronics sitting there on the benches having a good time, and yeah, you know, do that thing I was telling you guys about by making this sort of a big massive celebration feast or something. I don't know if it's a celebration, because he kind of killed the princess's parents. But anyways, but I have no idea how this area should look when I first started. So I must say, of just having all this stuff thinking in my head, I'm pretty satisfied on the turnout, on how this ends up looking. And also the bridge I made kind of adds something to it as well, and also kind of like the nice little foliage work in the front with the rocks. And yeah, I really think that this area also, I really like this area. It's kind of immersive, and it's super atmospheric, I think it's called. And yeah, it really has something to it, especially also it has a nice fantasy vibe to it, and that's kind of the thing that I wanted to capture when you walk around this little circle. It's not a big area at all, but it will be a little bit extended on the top here as well, on the top of the dark ride. I don't know, I'll probably cover up the dark ride as well with some terrain. Maybe if I'm doing that, I can maybe put some stuff there as well. It's I don't know yet, but that'll probably also give me some more stuff to build. But yeah, but anyways, guys, this is pretty much what I have for you today. We will go to the cinematics now, and you can also see a little bit of the stuff I did in the back. You see, I added 2 more towers, and just did a little bit more stuff on the front here as well with some foliage. Yeah, I'm sorry for the lag, guys. It is what it is. There's not much to do. But with a little bit more stuff, then I'm pretty sure that this area here is gonna look super cool. And here you actually stand and or sit at the benches and see the coaster coming. So I'm super satisfied, and also this area looks also super cool with it. It kind of gives me a little bit of a realistic vibe, so I'm super happy about that. The cobblestone really does a nice job when it comes to this. And yeah, here's just some few overviews, guys, of some of the stuff you've seen me do in the last 2 videos. And here's like a little tiny picture, or yeah, footage on how you see this area looks too, and also from this angle here. So I mean, the area is kind of small, but there's still a lot of activity going on here, which I really like. And here in the back, of course, next episode, I'll hope I can finish that fantasy building that I have mentioned for you guys. So here's the last shot of the Hans Christian Andersen area. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Give me your thoughts on how you think the area looks, and yeah, how you think the theming looks on the coaster. Have an awesome day, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.